everyone, my name is Hasiela Whitehead, and this is a short video to help you with building our curriculum. At Faith Kids, we are currently using the Grow curriculum, and I'm going to just walk you through the steps of how to access it, how to edit it, how to upload it, and everything else in between. Before we get started, there are a few things to keep in mind as we are building the curriculum. Number one is please be sure to take your time, review it carefully. I would say that each lesson takes about 20 to 30 minutes once you get the hang of it. However, it's a very detail oriented task. So please, you want to make sure that you are reading it 2 to 3 times, ideally, to make sure that as influencers and teachers are reading over the script, that it's making sense to them, that you didn't say week 3 when you meant week 4. Those little details can be confusing for the influencers. So please review it carefully. And once you review it carefully, review it one more time. The second thing to keep in mind is as we're editing this lesson, we want to put on our teacher hat. What does that mean? When we're editing the lesson, we want to edit it through the lens of a teacher. What activities would be easy for a teacher to lead? And also keeping in mind that a lot of our influencers and volunteers are not teachers. They're volunteers. And so you want to make sure that the materials that it is requesting you to use, the activities that they're doing, are very simple, they're very straightforward. And if it isn't, you want to reword it. And this leads me to my third point, use your discretion when needed, right? Sometimes when the lesson says to use props, while you're talking about the story and we're looking at the props and they're going to be really hard to get a hold of. And you notice you really don't need props if you are going to be talking about the story, right? This time we don't need to use the props. So delete the props, okay? So basically, you want to find that nice middle ground where we are trying to be as engaging as possible with the materials that we have. So if it's an activity that, yeah, we can do that, we'll do that. But then if you're seeing that it's an activity that is going to be really hard, a lot of materials, we're going to really try to go to simplify so that the teachers and influencers have the best success when they're leading the lesson. All right, so let's get straight into it. So, first thing you need to do is take out the lesson curriculum and locate it. So, our lessons are located in Google Drive. Every curriculum builder should be accessing it there. So, we're going to go to Google Drive and it's going to be the shared folder that says curriculum. Excuse me. Okay. So click on curriculum and here we see all of the grades. Also, if the elementary grades or the high school grades use this, I just want to give full disclosure that this is how the toddler to first grade kids are building their lessons. This is just an example for you to see how we're building the lesson. You build your lesson however works best for your grade group. But take whatever you want, whatever tips. Hopefully, you can gain some tips, and some of this is helpful for you. Okay. All right. So, as we open up our curriculum and we see all the 3 grade groups, we also see the supplies list. You are going to want to open this up. Okay. So, in our supplies list, you see primary kids, kingdom kids, and the block. And you want to keep this tab open. And another suggestion for all my lesson builders, I would create a separate tab that says Faith Kids. I would create a separate tab and I would create a separate folder that says Faith Kids. And under Faith Kids, I would star, and I'm gonna go straight to my page. I would star this page and put it under, where are my other favorites? I don't see it, but you get what I'm saying. Um, you're gonna star it and put it underneath the folder Faith Kids so that it just makes it easier when you're planning your lesson to have everything in one location, okay? And we're gonna go over this in a few, but this is the supplies list that you're gonna want to pull up, okay? Over here, I'm going to go into my toddler in first grade. And here I see all of the months designated, all the lessons designated for the months of 24 to 25. So I'm going to go ahead and edit my August 2024. Okay, so here I have week 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to edit week 4. Okay, so as I look and open here, I see lesson and I see printables, okay? I'm going to click on the lesson folder and I'm going to see 4 documents. I'm going to see 2 documents that say lesson 4 in Word and PDF format, and then I'm going to see 2 documents that say small group, okay? We ignore the small group documents because it's like a summary of this, but we're going to edit it anyway. So we ignore the small group for the small group documents in the lesson folder, okay? What we want to focus on is the actual lesson, which is a Word or PDF, okay? They're the same document, just in different formats, okay? So I'm going to open up my Word document. Why did I choose Word? Well, I'm going to be copying and pasting a lot of pieces in this lesson. And for me, I find it easier to copy and paste in a Word document. And now I've used PDF to copy and paste. So this is up to your discretion as well. But okay, moving on. Right now, I have my lesson 4. I have my supplies list open. And now I'm going to go to the actual Grow Builder. Okay. So let me go to my Faith Kids, go to my Grow Builder, and let me just show you. I'm going to log that you can see. All the lesson builders are going to have this link, okay? And you guys are going to use my email address, and we're all going to use this same password. There's nothing sensitive in here for me or for anybody else. Basically, when you open it, you'll see a generic template that we're all going to be using and working off of. And so it's totally fine for everyone to just use my email to log in and use this password. So jasiela.whitehead@gmail.com. That's jasiela.whitehead@gmail.com. Password is all lowercase, okay? Faith Kids. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go into our Grow Builder. So you'll see here that we have 2 lessons. I want you to ignore the 1 to 3-year-old. A little side note so you can get some context as to why that's there. When we first started this curriculum, um, we had we had the same lesson, but we tailored it differently for ages 1 to 3 and differently from pre-K to first grade. We are now shifting and strictly editing and building lessons for just pre-K to first, since the 1 to 3-year-olds kind of want to do their own thing. So we have a different little Bible book for them, and we're going to be getting little musical instruments for them, and it's going to be much more appropriate than this curriculum, which is better for older kids. Okay, so everyone, when you're ready to build your lesson, you're going to click on Pre-K first, week 3. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. All right, so let me show you how I do this, okay? If you can see here, we see all of the parts of the lesson. Let's just review what we're seeing, okay? This was actually the lesson that we had and used, are going to use for the month of August on the third Sunday of the month, okay? So I have pre-K to first here. I put week 3. I put the big idea and Bible story. And this is a note for also the other grades, the elementary and the block. What's helpful for us is to use these headers. You see these sections rather? I can put a section here, okay? And I can include a transition. So this is really helpful, especially if you have influencers and volunteers who are new, who don't necessarily know when do we go to the bathroom, when do we break for this, when do we have snack time. If you include a section to let them know when they're supposed to do it, they're going to have that script in front of them. And so it's going to be right there telling them what to do and when to do it. Okay. But as you saw, I just dropped in that section. You can drop in anything you want, y'all. You can drop in music. You can drop in a poll. You can drop in an activity. You can. These are all things that you can drop in and make. Okay, these are not pre-made ones. Okay, so if you want to do an object lesson, you can do one there. Okay. So as you can see here, I have review classroom rules, and this does not change. If you are a builder for pre-K to first, we are not going to touch these. This is, like I said, we're all using this, so please just edit the getting settled activities. This is the only thing we're going to change, but every influencer knows when they teach pre-K to first that this is going to be their structure. They're going to do the classroom rules, getting settled activity. Age 3 is then is going to go to a bathroom break. They're going to do the big idea, memory verse. They're going to show the video. After that, they're going to do a circle time talking about the video. And then they're going to do a lesson recall, right? Talking about what we just learned. Then we're going to do the snack time. After the snack time comes the coloring page and the paper craft. And then comes the discipleship challenge, which I'll talk to you more about that in a little bit. Then we're going to help clean up, and then we're going to transition into worship in the multi-purpose room. So as a volunteer, it's going to be very simple to know that we always follow that structure. Okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and update this for the week 4. So I'm going to go back to my lesson here. This is my week 4 lesson, okay? So the topic is in your dreams. That's the theme for the month. And the big idea is we can obey God above anyone else. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this and say we can obey God above anyone else. I believe that's what it said, right? Okay, so then the Bible verse is life in Egypt after Joseph. Okay. I can usually copy and paste, but in those sections I can't. So life in Egypt, was it for Joseph or after Joseph? After Joseph. Okay. And then it's going to be Genesis 50:22. All right. To Exodus 1. All right. Oh, see, I forgot to do this. That's why it's good to review. I want to make sure I say week 4. Little things like that can throw. There are a lot of people who this script goes through many hands. And so we want to make sure that us, the lesson builders, our job is really important because if it's not done well, it can confuse a lot of people. So we really want to make sure that we are, paying attention and alert and aware of every little spot. Okay, so boom, we got pre-K to first, week 4, big idea, Bible verse, review classroom rules. Okay, and now we have the getting settled activity. So if you look here, this was what the Grow curriculum provided us. And we do love it because it has a lot of different options. But remember what I said in the beginning. We want to use the activity that is the simplest, um, not the most boring, however, the most cost effective, right? Hopefully using materials that we already have or are accessible and easy to get, okay? So here it says, it gives me 2 activities. You can either open up with a freeze dance and it says play songs about nighttime or the sun rising, like Here Comes the Sun. Let's jump to activity 2. Would you rather? Give kids an option of 2 choices and ask them, would you rather be a bat or an owl? Would you rather sleep in a tree or on the ground in a tent? I kind of really like would you rather. Yeah, I think the kids would have fun doing that. That's a little different than freeze dance is more common. So I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to copy and paste. Okay. Okay. And even though it doesn't paste it perfectly formatted, I do try to um maybe bullet it, just make it a little bit easier because again, this is going to be printed out and given to the volunteers and teachers and we want to make it as easy as possible for them to read. So, that's our getting settled activity. Moving on, age 3 is done. Now let's update the big idea. I can see here we can obey God above anyone else. So we're going to go ahead and say we can obey God above anyone else. Okay. The big idea is also going to be down here too. Um, where is it? It should be around here. Okay. All right. And then, yeah, here it goes. Here it says print and cut out the shapes from the printable. Attach a paint stir or square in the back of the big idea word. We are not doing that, okay? Typically, we already do a paper craft, so I like to keep it simple. This is the big idea, and we're not going to be doing, a craft associated with the big idea, okay? All right, let's move on to the memory verse. The memory verse actually stays the same for all of the weeks in the month. So if you remember, I'm doing the 4th Sunday of August. So I've already built the lesson for 1, 2, and 3. And this was the 3rd week memory verse. So it's going to stay the same. By day, the Lord directs his love. At night, his song is with me. Let me just capitalize that. Sorry. Just feel like he gotta be capital. All right. So, and I'll show you that I'm not lying. If I go to the memory verse here, there it goes. By day the Lord directs his love. So obviously, if you're doing like September, it's going to be a brand new memory verse. But if you are building for the month, the memory verse is going to stay the same. Okay, just a little tip. Okay, and then here it says video in your dreams, episode 3. We are on episode 4. These are the little things that sometimes we can forget to do. All right, and then here it says play this week's episode of Callie's World, okay? So check it out. This is what I do. I keep this the same, and then we're going to embed the new link to week 4 video. So, I gotta find the video on this one. Here it goes. You see, even they messed up. Look at this. It says In Your Dreams, episode 3, but this is week 4. So I'm telling you, this is things you have to keep in mind. Okay. So I clicked on the link, and here you're gonna see teaching video 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I am going to click on this video. All right. And then I'm going to copy and paste. So this is the video for week 4. I'm going to copy and paste. And I'm going to go back to my builder here. All right. And you see how when I clicked on that link, it gave me a little pencil and it says edit link. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit the link, take that old link out, backspace, then copy and paste the new link and click check. And please, guys, do this because when we send this script through the WhatsApp, when you put that link in, we can actually share the video for teachers in the WhatsApp group because we did that link. So just if you get confused, just rewind and try to do that again, but it's not too hard. Okay, so that's set. And then we're going to go to our circle time, okay? And this is the portion. So again, think about it as a teacher. We just watched the video and now we're going to talk about the video. Now it's circle time to talk about the video. So let's find the space where they talk about the video. And here it is, okay? I'm gonna just copy and paste this. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. And I'm going to take this. Filter, paste. And okay, once again, it's not formatted really pretty, but we're gonna try our best because that's all we can do. All right, so sorry, I'm just gonna bullet this, make it a little easier. Okay, and then let me double check to make sure they don't want props or anything crazy. So it says, gather the children on the floor in front of you, all comfortable and cozy. Children can hold pillows and stuffed animals while you read the Bible story from a preschool Bible or a preschool friendly translation, or follow the script below. This week, prepare a baby doll. Okay, so just a little bit of context. We have already put down that they're going to be needing stuffed animals. So this is doable. Uh, I've had times where in circle time they say, give them a toy sword and a helmet and a this and a that, and I just delete it, okay? Like, for example, it says, read the Bible story from a preschool Bible or a preschool friendly translation or follow the script below. I'm just going to say, children can hold pillows and stuffed animals and follow the script below. This week, prepare a baby doll. Okay. So I'm going to rewind really quickly. Do you guys remember the first thing that we opened before the curriculum and before the Grow Builder? It was our supplies list. So this is where our supplies list comes into play. Okay? So as you can see, it has what are we going to need for a month and how much. So let's just review this really quick. It has the item, it has the lesson title, which month and week, location to purchase, quantity needed, number of kids the item will be for. Okay, So if you can see, I already did August week 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to put a baby doll, right? We're going to need a baby doll. I'm still in the theme in your dreams. I'm going to put August week 4. You can get this at Goodwill, is what I'm going to say. And quantity needed. And also pay attention to this. We are building lessons for how many classes? 3 classes. Pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade. Okay. So when it asks me how many baby dolls am I going to need, I'm going to need 3 baby dolls because each class is going to use one as they demonstrate. Okay. So that is how we determine quantities. Okay. We'll talk more about quantities in a bit. All right. So it says here, number of kids the item will be for. This item won't be for kids, it'll be for the teachers. So I'm going to actually copy and paste this right here. Not applicable. Teachers will use this for the object lesson. Okay, moving on. So now, once again, when we're done with the circle time, we're going to repeat the memory verse, which continues to stay. Actually, let me see. If I go back up here, the memory verse is, no, I'm right. The memory verse is, by day the Lord directs his love, right? And his song is with me. So we want to make sure that we are repeating the memory verse about 3 times. So this is the second time that the memory verse is repeated. Okay, then we go down to offering time. So over here, we're going to keep it exactly the same. And then we're going to go to the prayer. So when you go here, it says, Dear God, thank you for showing us how to make the right choice. We want to obey you above anyone else. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this here. Okay, moving on to age 4, room bathroom break. Okay, so then after we do the circle time, we repeat the memory verse, and we did the offering, and we did the prayer. Now we're gonna go and do a lesson recall. So let's go back into the builder, and you'll see here where um they have a little activity. So it says, sit in a circle together. You can use the same setup as the Bible story time. Pass around a stuffed animal so kids can take turns asking these questions. Excuse me. The person holding the stuffy gets to speak. So this is the lesson recall that we talk about. So we're gonna go ahead, copy and paste. Right. Going to unbold this. And then, and I'm sorry, this should actually be up here, lesson reinforcer. Yeah, so it says age 4 bathroom break, then we do the lesson reinforcer. And then age 5 room bathroom break, then we do a snack time, then age 6 room bathroom break, and then we do our paper craft. Okay, so we're almost done, we're getting there. So it says coloring page. Okay, print and distribute the coloring page. Every lesson has a coloring page. You're gonna go ahead and you'll see the coloring page here. So I'm going to go ahead and click it here. All right. I'm going to, just like I did before, copy and paste this link. And then I'm going to go ahead and edit, paste. Okay, so now I have the correct coloring page. And then over here you have the activity. Okay, so this is a paper craft. So let's go over here and see what paper crafts. And guys, if you can see here, we have multiple options, okay? Here we have a hide the baby craft. And again, I'm looking all over the lesson. I'm looking even up here. What are some of the activities that I didn't do? Are any of them paper crafts that I can use for my paper craft activity? So down here it says I was looking up here. It says hide the baby craft. Have kids color in the figures in the printable and then help them cut each piece out. Glue Pharaoh and baby onto opposite ends of a paper plate with the feet facing toward the center. And you can see a worked example there. I think this is actually a really good um, paper craft. But let's see what they have down here. It has nighttime water plate. Fill a container with water and colored night theme ice cubes. Add tongs, scoopers, shovels. We're not doing all of that. Super messy. And then the next one, it says Twinkle Twinkle Sticky Star. Tape a large sheet of black butcher paper to a wall. Unroll the tape, and kids can create a starry night sky by sticking glow in the dark stars on contact paper. So we're going to go ahead and do the one that I set up here. And I will say this disclosure. There has been, I would say, about 2 to 3 times in building these lessons that I don't like any of the activities. All of the activities are a little much. And so this is the only time when you can go on Google, you can go on Pinterest and see what is so for example, baby Moses was one of them. What is a baby Moses craft? And you can just copy and paste a picture, and then you can go in and say, we're going to be doing this craft. That rarely happens. Usually, you can finesse whatever is happening here. And again, sometimes if maybe it says you need straws and you say we don't need straws, we can use pipe cleaners. I know we have pipe cleaners at the church. This is where you really want to use your discretion, okay? So all right, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the baby craft here, right? Excuse me. All right, I'm going to update it. And what was it called? It was called Hide the Baby Craft. Hide the Baby Craft. And over here, we can see an example. Okay, so it's going to be looking like this. Okay? All right. So let's go back to our builder. I'm sorry, let's go back to our materials and write down what we need here as well, because we definitely need some things that we're going to need to write down in our materials Excel sheet. So here it says, have kids color in the figures in the printable. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on that printable. Here is the printable for the craft. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste it here. And in the supplies, I'm going to put down this printout, okay? Because we're going to need this printout. Okay, so let me go ahead and highlight this, insert a link, and then I'm going to copy and paste. All right. So this is for Miss Kiva or whoever is going to be in charge of getting the materials and printing it out. So I'm going to say we're going to need this printout for that lesson in your dreams. And this is August week 4. And I'm going to say attached printout here. Okay. And this is how much when we say we need a printout or a coloring sheet for all the kids, we're going to say 35, 135, okay? Um, Now, let me explain these numbers really quickly, okay? I'll go ahead and highlight this. We do provide a coloring page for all of the uh, all of the classes from age 1, age 2, age 3, pre-K, kindergarten, and first. And so that is why we put 135. That covers all of the faith kids. Now, when I want to do a craft, we only do crafts for our pre-K, kindergarten, and first. Because if you think about it, it's going to be hard for a 2-year-old to cut, color, paste, and sometimes these crafts can involve glitter, so on and so forth. So we don't want to do the craft, but we do want to let them do the coloring. Okay, so actually I did make an error here. This shouldn't be 135 because this is for the paper craft. So we're actually going to put 85 because only 85 of the students are going to be doing that. And then over here, number of kids the item will be used for. So it's going to be used for all 85. Okay, so that's the craft. Also, we're going to put the coloring sheet here. This printout, insert, link. All right. In your dreams, August week 4, attached printout here. And because this is a coloring sheet, it's going to be 135. 135. Okay? All right, so now we are done. We Let's go ahead and look over here and just make sure that we did everything that we needed. Let me go ahead to the Grow Builder. Oh, I think I need to go back over here. Okay, perfect. So here I have the coloring page. Here I have the baby craft. And we don't need to buy glue. We don't need to buy coloring crayons. We do need to buy paper plates actually. So let me go ahead and put paper plates in your dreams, August week 4. And we are going, you can get this at the dollar store. And this is going to be only for the children who are in pre-K, K, and first. We're going to do 85. All right. Okay. And here we have the baby craft done. The memory verse is going to be done. And then we have our music memory verse here. Okay. So a real quick comment about this music memory verse. The curriculum provides an activity, a discipleship challenge for each quarter in the year. And so this is the discipleship challenge that the kids are meant to be working on in their classrooms. It's a music memory verse challenge. So basically, we're encouraging students to pick a Bible verse and to do a dance to it, do a song to it, do whatever they need to do. And then we can perform it at the end of the quarter. Okay, and that's it, guys. So here is is where we help clean up, and then where we worship in the multi-purpose room. Okay? So before I export this and upload it, I'm going to just take a quick look. It says pre-K to first, like it should. Week 4, here's the big idea. Here is the Bible scripture. Here is the would you rather getting settled activity. Here is the big idea again. Here is the memory verse. Here is the video. Here is the circle time. I put that they need a baby doll. Here's the memory verse again. Here's the offering that doesn't change. Oh, I don't think I changed the prayer. So let me just make sure I go over here. Sorry, here. And go to the prayer. Oh, I did. Okay. Thank you for showing us how to make the right choice. We want to obey you above anyone else. Okay. And then here's the lesson reinforcer. They're already going to have stuffed animals. We updated the coloring page. We updated the printable. And actually, I'm noticing draw lines for where kids can cut out a wedge from the second paper plate. Um, so I think they're going to actually need 2 paper plates. So I need to update that over here. So let me get out my calculator. Okay. 85 times 2. So we're going to need 170 paper plates because they're going to need 2 each. All right, let's go back over here. Memory verse and discipleship challenge. Okay, so we're done. All right, now last step is now to upload this onto our Google Drive. So let me show you how to do this. First of all, we're going to go ahead and save. Now this is saved. And now we're going to go ahead and export. Okay, so now this is downloaded as a PDF. What I want to do is rename this to say week 4 in your dreams. Okay, so week 4 in your dreams. All right. And actually, what I do like to do, and I should mention, just to be safe, is to do the month as well. We should do the month. August, week 4 in your dreams, just in case it gets lost. Okay, so now it is saved to my computer. Let me just go ahead and show you as well that now I see week 4. And again, when you guys edit the lesson, just click on it. We just continue to work off this one. Okay? All right, let me take this out, clear this out. My supplies list is updated here. Okay, this is updated, updated. Take this out. Okay, so over here, I am back in my um, August 2024 lesson. So I'm going to go to my lesson, and here I'm going to upload. I'm going to click new file upload, August week 4 in your dreams. Okay, and you're done. Okay, go ahead and leave this down here. I used to delete them, but I think for safety's sake, we should just continue to leave those lessons down there. But we know that these new ones are the new ones. And really, that's it, you guys. We don't have to worry about clicking on printables. We don't have to worry about any of that because the lesson already showed us what we have. And then this allows us to um, share. What I do when we share is on my phone. I go to, well, let me go ahead and actually just show you on my phone. Okay. Just to give you an idea of how to share this with the WhatsApp team. So I have the Google Drive app right here. So I go on Google Drive. So now I have Drive on my phone, and I'm going to go ahead and open up curriculum. I'm going to go into toddler pre-K to first, August, week 4. And as you can see, I see August, week 4 right here on my phone. And what I can do is click on it, and then it says send a copy. And when I click send a copy, I can choose to share it to WhatsApp and to my different groups in WhatsApp. And we send it to New Beginnings as well as Faith Kids. Okay. And then what we do as well is we share it. We share the paper craft and we share the video. So you can actually, once again, you can click on the lesson, and I'm going to click the principal here. I'm going to open up on Chrome. Open in browser. And okay, you can see, you can not really see here, but here is the craft, and I send it to them as well to know this is the lesson, this is the video, and this is the craft. So you do want to double check with Miss Kiva if you need to share the lessons or if you just need to build the lessons. But if your role is just to build the lessons, you don't have to worry about that last step. Okay, all you have to worry about is making sure that it is edited and pared down well, that you exported it, you saved it, and you uploaded it into the Google Drive in the week and the month that it was designated for you to do so. So, I hope this was helpful. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. Bye.